Me mahi tahi tātou mo te oranga o te katoa.
O mātangi reia, mi tā ngāru i Yates Francis tōku ingoa, no te arawa, teita ngā maha ki rongo whakaata me Ngāti Mania poto āhau. Kei te haere mātou ki Pā Oranga, ki te hauke, ki raro i te maunga o kahurānaki, ki reira tūtaki ai te whānau Makoare, no hoki ki te kōrero, ki te taha ia matua Zack.
Kia ora, man. We're here at Pukeote, our papakāinga site, and I guess the first thing I want to describe to you is our mailboxes over here, the daffodils. Our son we lost in 2000 to suicide, and the little boxes allow us to say to ourselves, remind us of the journey that we had to travel as a whānau. So I'm hoping to be able to take you fellas up the road to a small maunga here and describe to you some of the whakapapa of this area. Ko kahurānaki tōku maunga, ko paukawa tōku awa, ko kahurānaki te marae, ko te rangi koenaki te hapu, ko Pukeote, te Pā Oranga, te papakāinga.
Matua, one part I'd like to ask, what does papakāinga mean to you?
Yeah, we had to build a papakāinga where people could feel welcomed, where people feel safe.
Yeah.
Is the first thing. If we settled in beautiful homes and we all connected in, we got a better way of dealing with those social issues. So we got 4 po down there. So one of the po's is the environment. How do we look after the environment we're in over the next 50 to 100 years? What does that all look like with our waterways, the roading, the wastewater? The other part is economic based. How do we keep ourselves sustainable to keep those roads, pristine? To mow the lawns all the time, to keep our gardens and selling our own goods from home. Why can't we have our own farmers market, eh? If you could pull the money together, you've got a better chance of survival. The third one is the social need. So although we're taking care of all us, but what about outside that circle? Certainly when Gabriel was on, many of the whānau went and helped. So you don't have to be the expert social worker. What you need to do is have an understanding how you can go to these places. Hey, with Manaki, Aroha. And then the last one for us is, what is the culture? First of all, the culture is whānau first. So there's only 2 things to there. No gang pictures and no meth. We've travelled that journey. My whānau suffered in that journey. So thinking a bit higher than just having a roof over your head, but looking at it from a strategic perspective too, on what papakāinga can do for us.
Yeah. Ka pai matua, o ka rongo mo ngā kōrero o te whakapapa o te whenua, no hoki te kaupapa o te Pā Oranga. I'd love to hear a bit more about the pā, its staging and how it came to be.
Nearly 4 years ago we started off with the bottom homes, and that was merely about getting our young ones in early for the kids' sake. This last house here that we're in now was finished about 17 months ago, but the whole journey is quite lengthy.
Yeah.
But one of the big things is that perseverance. And, having that belief that you can do it, eh? So it can be a challenge, but it's damn exciting when you get it done, eh?
Yeah.
And you get it done well.
Yeah. Are you able to talk about some of those challenges?
Well, one of the biggest things is, getting the system to understand what you want, what you actually need. So they give you a template that's only suited for in town, really. Even the bureaucrat themselves, they tend to say, well, this is what you deserve. And I've had to fight that.
Ko Matariki Makoare ahau, no te whenua taurikura nei o Pukeote. So when we first started this whole journey, Dad said to us, come on, jump on board, let's go. We're going to build these beautiful homes on our papakāinga. When we arrived here, it was, a forest. Pretty much. It was rubbish. There were blackberry everywhere. And I was like, what a dreamer. I gave up on Dad and his dream. Moved down south, came back, and that had started the roading. So I had to eat my own words. We had all our whānau come in and put in the trees and start doing all of that stuff. I didn't quite understand at the time, you know, how important it was to have these rākau here, how important it was for us to come back to our papakāinga, to our whenua. But now, ka kite ngā hua, hey. I think for me it's like, he wairua anō i konei, now that we're, you know, situated and we're kua tau a mātou tamariki, a wairua nei, a hinengaro nei. For me, it's more of coming from a home that had 18 people living in it to now coming to a home where it was me, my partner and our baby. So now that we're here on our papakāinga, yeah, it's a beautiful and amazing place to bring your babies up. With the tautoko of all your whānau around you, what more can you ask for?
Oranga whenua, oranga tangata.
So it's very important that we collect our own kai so we can, you know, live off the land. Live off the land so we don't have to go and buy a $4 broccoli. We can get it out of our mara. Not only is it good for your hauora, tinana nei, it's good for your mental health, to get out and about in the environment in our Taiao, and to do it, you know, mahitahi, do it with your whānau. Getting out in the environment is very important for our growth, for our mātauranga hoki, so our kids understand that here's our Woolworths right here, you know, all we have to do is get a knife, get in the van and come down and get our kai for us.
So Matua, tell us about what you vision here.
One of our biggest problems where our people be so far out from town is that, you know, we need an amphitheatre such as this. But if you can imagine, you know, just a place where we can have wānanga on your own whenua, you imagine what they could do just for the papakāinga. We can do the cultural party, which is
kapahaka.
The kapahaka, the reo. You know, but even when we have hui, big hui, why can't we do it like this?
Matua, tell us about the dreams for this part of the papakāinga.
Basically, we want a hauora system here, and one of them is around health and well-being of our whānau, around the water. So we've been doing for nearly 20 years some water safety programs, but we've decided to branch out from that on our papakāinga side and build our own swimming pool for our own whānau. But not only that, the mātauranga we carry.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to teach our mokos. It's not just about learning a stroke or wearing a life jacket. It's a more deeper meaning for Māori on how we can source ourselves to be great kaitiaki, eh?
I guess that kōrero of connection, you know, interconnected whānau and I guess being able to live how they want to live on this whenua. Has it achieved what you've aspired and what you dreamed about for this whenua?
It's more than achieved. And you can see it in the faces of the people. When there's smiles on people's faces, you know you're doing the right thing.
I guess upon arrival to Te Pā Oranga, coming from an architectural perspective and working on my thesis through within the papakāinga space, being able to see a livable papakāinga being lived and breathed was quite heartwarming and also inspiring at the same time. The true nature of papakāinga is with its community and its environment and how that shapes, I guess, how you live your day-to-day, not necessarily the structures themselves, and that was a huge part of it. And I guess being here and hearing that from the whānau, you know, not necessarily speaking too much about the whare, was more about the interconnected relationships that were happening, that were forming, the attention to its uptake of its Taiao, and the connection to its Taiao was more spoken about than, I guess, the physical structures themselves.
He oranga ngākau, he piki ngā waiora.
Through the journeys we took with Matua Zack, he heavily spoke about hauora and being able to see that within the pā. I guess it puts into perspective what we actually seek or what we should be looking for when we think of papakāinga, seeing kaumātua and mokopuna living harmoniously, having a comfortable environment for everyone to share and be themselves, but also having the foresight and wanting to grow, and the knowledge that the whānau will grow as well. But also being able to see that was quite heartwarming. So yeah, e mihi ana ki te whānau Makoare.